Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. So today we are going to be creating some fairy ponds plus a triple neighborhood. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Also peep June and Audie in the back. They're already becoming besties. Love that for them. So here is the location where I will be creating the fairy ponds, and I've marked down where I will be placing the houses and the staircase. This is also in front of my museum that I created a few videos ago. I'll leave a link to that video in the time cards on top. I'm going to add the villager homes first and the staircases before I start decorating, just to make it easier for me. For this triple neighborhood, I'll be placing Melba, Cookie, and Diana's house here. I changed the exterior of all of their homes just to give it a tropical look, but still make it Fairycore. I gave them all the same roof, which is like the straw hay roof. I forgot what it's called, but it makes the house look more tropical. And I just changed the side panels and doors. I wish there were more options, or if I was able to pick from the other options. I just hate how picking one part of the house will determine what you'll be able to pick instead of just leaving the whole catalog available for us, but whatever. Here is how the triple neighborhood looks. This is such a bad angle, but I hope you guys see the vision. So before I started this build, I definitely had in mind to create a triple neighborhood. I love doing them because it allows me to put more villagers in one space, and it also frees up the other spaces on my island. I started marking off where I want the houses to be and noticed that I have so much space that I can literally do whatever I wanted here. I originally wanted to add a bridge, but while I was playing around with it, it wasn't turning out right, especially having the staircases there. I also have another bridge next to this, which this area is next to my shopping district, and if you remember, I added a bridge there, so adding another bridge on top of the bridge that I already have made this area looks so weird. So I just scrapped that idea, and then I came up with my next idea, which was to create a spiral pond or a crescent moon pond, but then again I was not liking how it looked, so I'm going to add it somewhere else on my island. The last idea that came in mind was fairy ponds, and as I was playing around with it, I liked the idea better because it allowed me to fill up the space, and it also looked pretty cool and intricate here. So that is how I got the idea to create this triple neighborhood with fairy ponds. Now that I have June, I'm going to start working on the area for her and Audie. I found the perfect spot to place both of them together. They're already besties, so that makes me so happy, and I don't have to worry about them fighting. For their area, I'm thinking of a beach party theme, so stay tuned for that. I also have this other idea in mind for my house. I'm thinking of creating a seashell castle using all of these shell DIYs like the shell lamp, shell speaker, shell bed, and using the frozen pillars and customizing them to different colors so that they can pop. And in the inside of my house, I'm going to transform it into the Little Mermaid theme. I already have a spot for it, so I'm super excited to start working on that. So now I'm going to create the fairy ponds. I've created fairy ponds in the past, and they are one of my favorite things to create in Animal Crossing. They're pretty easy to do once you get the hang of the waterscaping tool, and they're not as complicated as a crescent moon pond or a spiral pond, and you can really create any shape that you want. They're just like blobs of ponds, and they may look like nothing at first, but once you start decorating, it starts to all come together, so you have to just trust the process. The easiest way to describe this is if you think about cheetah print and how they have different shapes and sizes, is kind of what fairy ponds are, and the more weirdly shaped they are, the better they look. So for the decorating portion of the ponds, I was going back and forth on using the stone path versus the grass path, and I placed the grass path first, and then I was curious to see how the stone path would look, and I did not like how the stone path looked at all in this area. I felt like the stone path kind of took over and it was like the main focus, and I did not want it to be the main focus. I wanted it to just kind of blend into the whole area, and with the grass path, it definitely blends everything together and it blends into the grass. I just like how everything flowed together with the green grass path, so that's why I decided to just stick with the green grass path. There is another grass path that I've used in the past, and I kind of want to reuse it but for the beach portion, but I have to see if I even have the space for it in my custom design portal, because I have downloaded a lot of designs, but there are some designs that I'm not using, so I have to go back and delete the ones that I'm not going to be using at all for this island so that I can finally create the custom design video for you guys. I'm taking forever to create it, but I'm also taking forever to decide on the codes that I want because there's so many out there. It's just so hard to just just pick 100 designs. I wish they added like 50 more slots on top of the 50 that they already gave us. I thought that the 50 more that they gave us would be enough, but it's definitely not enough. As I'm decorating, I realized that I forgot to show you guys how the fairy ponds look, but here's how they look. I wanted to create more ponds, but I felt like it may look overwhelming, so I think 6 ponds for this area is fine. I also wanted to be able to walk around and add trees, so if you don't care about any of that, then go ahead and add like 2 more ponds if you want. So yeah, I'm just going to continue decorating and adding all of the custom designs onto the area. I also want to point out that the poll that I created about a week ago, where I asked you guys to pick the last villager for this island, and it was so close between Cleo and Tangy. I for sure thought that Tangy was going to win, but no, Cleo came in and won, and I'm so excited because I was hoping that Cleo would win. It was between her and Peanut. I love them all, don't get me wrong. I think they're all cute and I think they all fit this theme, but I really wanted Cleo for the longest. Ever since I let her go on that one villager hunt that I did, I never saw her again. She just disappeared on me. But she did come back in the DLC asking for a vacation home, and I was just like, Cleo, what are you doing here? You were supposed to be on my island. And she was like, girl, I'm trying to get a vacation home. I don't have time to be on your little island. You know who else showed up on my DLC vacation home? Remember Marlo, who I had before I kicked him out for I forgot which villager? And I hate that they don't remember who you are. Like, Marlo, you don't remember all of the gifts I gave you, all of the virtual hugs that I was giving you, the love that I was sending to you through the screen. You just forgot about all of that so fast. But yeah, you guys voted, so I will be getting Cleo. I did get a bunch of amiibos, so I'm going to kick out Sherb and then Kit Kat for Flora and Cleo. If you guys want Sherb or Kit Kat, I will be giving them away for free on Nookazon. My username on there is the same as here, Luna Rosebell. I'm going to be giving away Sherb first, and then I'm going to be kicking out Kit Kat. I'm trying to get Kit Kat's photo so that I can hang his photo up in my room so that I can remember the good old days. But anyways, I'll probably be kicking him out in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm just going back to each house and filling in the empty spaces that's under their little staircase. I was able to get their photos, so I'm going to add them on top of a log stool so that you're able to know which villager it is by the photo and not having to waste your time by reading the sign. But yeah, once I finish adding all of the design codes and villager photos, we will be done with the build. So here's how the area ended up looking. I love the fairy ponds so much, and I love how the homes look at this angle. Literally obsessed. Here is how the left side looks, which is Cookie's side. And here is how the right side looks, which is Diana's side. And here's Melba's yard. I love her area a lot. I love Melba, and I think she deserves this spot by herself. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!